what constitutes success? What was I chasing? What was I after? And they will make some adjustments. I'd be skeptical if a 30-year-old made an adjustment simply because they haven't had enough life experience. But you fast forward someone into their mid-50s where there's what we call a Saturn return, and the person's kind of sobered up on many levels. So pay attention to the fame and success that you're after, which seems to be outside yourself. And you're going to have to do some deep questioning this year. Have you sold out? Have you sold your soul? Have you compromised your family? What is this fame and success bringing you? So these are things to contemplate. This year, to activate fame and success, if anything, I would back down the energy of the South, okay? And here's how you back it down. You want to put metal there. The operative word is the element metal. What does that mean? It means the 6 Chinese coins on the red ribbon. It means objects of art that are metal. It means things that are round. The quality of round is metal. Even oval tends to be more metal-like. It means the color gold or silver or brass or bronze. It's the actual element itself. But for example, I suggested to Monette if she had even a simple piggy bank, she could paint it gold and it could be ceramic. It doesn't matter. The sensation is now the gold has been introduced. So there's many ways to do that. And, you could get a copper, something that moves. Some of you have lovely, interesting things in your home. I grew up in a house where we had on the bar in the house, there was a bar in the house, and one of these little things with balls on it that you'd hit the one ball and all the other balls would swing one way, and then you'd hit that ball back and this thing would bounce, and these were little silver balls that would just bounce back and forth. I'm probably dating myself. Probably the only place you could ever find something like that now would be somewhere in a mall that specialized in something like it. But it's that kind of thing. I want movement. I want energy broken up. That's why I often suggest get a clock in an area where the energy is. It's simply too much energy. So the object is you break up the energy. So a clock, not digital, it actually needs the old hands that go around. The other thing, of course, is a metal wind chime. I used to be quite a stickler. You had to have 6 dingle-dangles on that wind chime, and I probably put people through a lot of turmoil. Go get one that's got 3 and add them together, and I've given a lot of that up. Put a metal wind chime in there and be done with it, because metal is breaking it up. I say that and I think to myself, I'd probably find 6. So do what feels right for you. There is no right answer anymore, not outside of you. The answer is only inside. And if you'll turn off all of your electronic gizmos, you will hear it again. I spent last evening with a couple of gals that I haven't seen one I had never met. And she was so happy to come meet me because she had called into the radio station a few weeks ago, and she was living up New Hampshire, I believe. And I had never met her. I didn't know who she was. And what happened was on the radio, I mentioned something about extraterrestrial activity, that she was a wide open channel for it. And she actually had a chance to come with her girlfriend yesterday and spend a little time with me. And sure enough, I took one look at her. She's hardly in her body. She almost is an extraterrestrial. But the thing that was interesting, she's had some health issues. And therefore, once you start the downward spiral of health issues, you're then tempted to begin to let other things go in your life that were meaningful and health-filled. and you replace it with other things. And what she had done was she replaced a lot of her meaningful life with the infamous of all infamacies, the television, on a lot. Falling asleep with it, living with it, breathing it. She needed a friend, and here it was. After they left my space last night, they went back to their hotel, and I spoke with them this morning. No TV went on. That young woman slept more soundly than she has in a few years. I was like, wow, that's big stuff. So, you want to pay attention to the damage of the wavelengths that are coming at you. And, now many of you are taking to falling asleep with the computer on your tummy. And there you go. You're a time bomb waiting to be sick. Get it off your stomach. I saw a picture yesterday on, I don't know, something I had seen very briefly. And there was I think it was a woman. You could only see her from the back. Tucked in her backside at her butt was her cell phone. And the caption was, "Be very careful where your cell phone is on your body. It's making you sick." I'm afraid to think what was happening to the gal's butt. So you don't carry this stuff on you. What are you, crazy? I mean, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to read any of the warnings and hear them. They're all around us. So wake up and pay attention. You don't want that stuff in your pocket, on your body, tucked into your bra, in your waistband. Come on. Carry a separate bag for it and put it down. Get it off of you. In the old days, we would say, "Ugh, cooties, get off of me." I'm telling you, cooties, big time. So we're going to actually, instead of the traditional fame and success and illumination area, we're now going to illuminate some other areas. One of the areas that's really super positive to illuminate is the North. Now, I'm going to throw out a suggestion. Some of you may be offended because it's against whatever your belief system is. I think I'm going to say give up your belief systems because I don't believe in your belief systems. They're pretty much all false. So here's what I'm going to suggest about the North, and you may have to Google it. At this point, I don't carry any, although things changed over the weekend, and soon I might be carrying a few of them. If you have a health issue. That was kind of a Freudian slip. If you have a health issue, you've got a wealth issue. You don't have a wealth of good health. So they are almost synonymous, oddly. And from what I can see of all of the healing places, at least in the state that I live, lots of people have health concerns, if not full-on health issues. So I'm going to suggest you Google the entity known as the Blue, B-L-U-E, Buddha. He's also called the Medicine Buddha. And if you could get one, I would tell you, put it in the North, and it will begin to adjust several things. Now, you have to work with it. No outside entity has any power over you, but it's that constant reminder. It's kind of like putting a happy poster on your wall in a business, like achieve and soar and things like that. But it's one step deeper because it's got a sacred overtone to it. So you might want to Google that. That would help. Health, therefore wealth. And therefore your sense of success. If you conquer a health issue, there's huge success. You see, so it all depends on what's your idea of success. If success to you is to own a multi-million-dollar corporation, okay, fine. I still say you could make some adjustments in the North, actually, to do that. But real success is finding the self that you are, and that self is spelled with capital golden letters. And it's there for you. It's just kind of muddied over with your thinking. It's only your thinking that muddied you up. So for those of you who want to call in for a little more understanding of success and happiness and good fortune and personal inner illumination, now's the time to call in. We've got a free line at 321-806-3159. So until you're brave enough to call in, I'm going to share another interesting feng shui talk that I had yesterday with someone out of the state. And I've been to this person's home, and the question was, we now, into the mix is a teenage daughter, and the daughter's 15 years old, rebellious, disrespectful, unpleasant, cantankerous, and that child and mama, because there's no daddy, daddy left. Wasn't that nice? Good old dad. Dad went away and started a new, younger family. Okay, Dad. And so this child's kind of out in left field, and perhaps if you and I stood in that one's shoes, we might feel angry and resentful and all the things that this dear soul is working through. So the mother was wondering, what about her feng shui? What can we do to change the bedroom of the child? What can we do to change the house? So mentally, I walked into the mother's bedroom energetically. Now, she's 1,500 miles from me. First thing out of my mouth was, ooh, there's too much stuff in this bedroom. You've got to change. You got to get rid of half of it. And she goes, oh, my gosh, I still have furniture from my former husband. And she's now dating a very nice man. Get rid of that junk. Get that out. Change. But where her head is, it's head to head, there's a wall in between, with this young child. And what are they always doing? They're butting heads. I said to her, please, by the end of the afternoon, take your bed off of that wall and flip it onto the other wall. There was plenty of space to do that. So sometimes the chi is so subtle that you're stuck and you're butting heads with someone. You don't want to be doing that. Okay? All right, so I have a caller. Hi there. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Elaine.
Yeah.
It's Debbie from New Jersey. How are you?
Hello, Miss Debbie from New Jersey. I'm well. How are you today?
Good.
All right. I know we've got a south bedroom up there. Yep.
Yes. I just heard about the Blue Buddha.
Uh-huh.
Because they're readjusting my thyroid medicine again.
Oh, that's so interesting. Debbie,
and I have a head cold.
Yeah.
So I was wondering.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Debbie, as I remember, even in that bedroom, that south bedroom, your head is more south than anything else, right?
Yeah, but you said my head was southwest. It was better.
It's better. Mm-hmm.
And I was sleeping in the living room because the energy was better.
You bet it is. I just know that that's not the most comfortable thing. You're sleeping on a sofa.
Yeah, because the bedroom, I went in there and I felt even worse. And then you said about the Blue Buddha and health and wealth and success, and I thought, oh,
it will help. Truly.
And north is my total loss.
I understand, but not this year. It's nobody's total loss this year because it's the best area. So I want to get some metal around the entrance to your door. Okay, let's get a little wind chime tacked either onto the doorknob.
A wind chime?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Metal?
Yep. And
on the door of the bedroom.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. And I know that room is not huge, so we don't have a whole lot of space to play with. If you turn the bed, and I know this violates Feng Shui Law 101, to put the bed under a window, number one, would it be too cold for you?
No, it would be too cold for me. It's too cold for me now.
Okay.
then I couldn't move it myself with my wrist anyway.
Okay.